Here?
I would love one.
Yeah.
Can I get one?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Nice. What is that?
Brian, do you want one of these?
No, thanks.
What is it?
It's a beer.
Mom says I'm not allowed
It's
to do that.
it was brewed by Ellicottville Brewing Company in
And it was brought
conjunction
in by Jeremiah Prime.
with Western New York
Who?
Heroes.
Jeremiah Prime.
I don't know that name.
Oh my God, are we live?
Yes,
This is cool.
Brewed to benefit local veterans.
Wow,
It is
supporting
a
Western New York heroes.
lager,
Ooh, Lager.
like Yingling. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Thanks, buddy.
cheers, everybody.
How are you?
Uh,
Hello.
Indeed.
Happy
Brian,
Thursday.
Cheers. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday, everyone.
That is good.
Let me start
That's
my
really
watch
good.
party here.
It's a nice beer.
Nice. How is everybody doing? Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to another weekly TFP, The Firing Pin live stream. My name is Brandon, and I am joined
I'm Pat.
Pat,
Josh.
and Josh, and we got Brian here on the producer board, making
Tech-
some last-minute adjustments to things, as always, just
master.
making them as good as we can for all of y'all. I wasn't here last week. I had a special little opportunity to go visit a special little boy in the hospital that we all like, spreading some Christmas cheer. Yeah. So
Did you read him some Christmas stories?
I it's times like these when you wish you owned instead of rented certain things, right? So like if I owned a Santa suit, that's what my plan was, to show up with the big bag, and everything, and do the whole shtick. But yeah, luckily we kind of did a sneaky little maneuver, and we just kind of both met like in the lobby, and I don't think they were expecting that move. So you can't really go visit people at the hospital, but we got away with that. And I was able to see him for a while last week, and he is doing amazing. I can't even begin to, describe how good he looked, how good his mood seemed, and just he is on a path forward, and he knows what he's got to do, and he can see that end goal ahead of him.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was just awesome. He popped right up. He's in a wheelchair because it's still hard for him to walk a little bit for extended periods, but he popped right up out of his wheelchair, gave me a hug.
Oh man, I'm so
and
jealous.
he's doing really good.
Been having
so
dreams about
Thank you.
hugging him.
it's pretty normal. Though.
Pretty normal, yeah. Even pre.
That happened. Yeah.
Used to
That's
have
just
those.
Friday night. But yeah, so again, for Tyler, I just can't express all of your positivity and just the random messages. We'll put out a post completely irrelevant to him, just some post about whatever at the shop, and people, how's Ty? I see that constantly in emails,
On the phone.
messages on the phone. Yeah.
I get
oh
it
my
at the gun
gosh.
counter. I probably got asked 10 times today.
Yeah.
How's Tyler doing? What's
Awesome.
the update? What's the
Yeah.
latest news? Had some, regulars in here today. James Robinson, who might be with us on the stream
Nice.
this evening, was in here earlier today.
Yeah.
He was asking after Ty.
That's awesome.
Jeremiah came to drop off some stuff for us. He was asking after
Awesome.
Ty, a bunch of
Yeah.
other customers I don't know as well.
He just can't wait to come here and just say hello. That's like his first thing. He literally wants to leave strong and drive here and say hello to everybody. So if that happens, obviously I don't think we can let everybody know maybe, but I don't know. Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe the people that watch this are the people that care enough, we'll figure something out. I'd love to really surprise him with a big turnout. I think that'd be really
Yeah.
cool, but
For sure.
yeah, so he's doing good. That's where I was last week. I hope, I have extremely high standards, obviously, for this
For
production. So I didn't hear any complaints, but,
It seemed like
Viewership.
it was an acceptable show.
Viewership tanked
No,
because
it
you weren't
did
here. In fact, we got multiple written and verbal complaints.
Where's Brandon?
FCC violations just across the whole, yeah.
I don't tune in for this.
Why is
kind of
Josh
stuff.
talking so much?
Not good.
And you gave away the shotgun, right?
We did.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Our
We
pal
were doing.
JD.
Do we have anything tonight?
We do have some.
Oh, we have stuff tonight that we're giving
We
away.
have
Look at
stuff
that.
tonight to give away.
Is that this?
Is
Is that ammunition?
there's 14 rubber bands on them.
Well, they have to keep them secure.
2 boxes, count them 1, 2
What?
of 9mm. You heard it.
Literally
9mm. Winchester Silver Tip Hollow Point defensive ammo.
Great defensive load.
A firing pin calendar
Wow.
and a peeping Cuomo sticker.
The old creepy Cuomo.
The peeping
Man.
Cuomo, creepy Cuomo sticker.
I almost don't
Yeah.
want to win just because of the sticker. Do I have to take the sticker?
Put it on your neighbor's house.
Put it on your neighbor's house. Oh man, that's good stuff.
I've had so many people, and I was the same because I didn't know that you put that up. I'm sure if you guys have been here, you've seen there's one in our guard shack. The first time that it came, because I left, you put it up at night. I came back in the morning. I rolled in and drew my.
It looks like there's someone in
handgun.
there, like,
I thought,
and he's a little creep.
yeah,
Creepy guys in there.
I thought I was
Looking at
about
you.
to get like taxed excessively
About to get
or
ambushed or something.
yeah,
It
ambushed
still tricks me
for
out.
my
Forget.
rights.
I'll pull in. Hey, it's just so scary.
Yes.
So it's not Halloween anymore.
Don't
Sorry,
infringe me,
but-
bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, keeping us on our toes though. Speaking
Too
of
funny.
being kept on our toes, what did you do last night, Pat?
Last night, I took this guy to the gym.
What?
Yeah, I got Josh to go to El Gimnasio, and it was a fun time. We had a good time. Josh was able to hop on the treadmill,
You're looking good.
and
looking good.
After
instant
Thanks.
results.
See,
That's how
Right?
good
Like,
that is.
That's I promise and I deliver instantaneous results. So he did a great job, though. We're very excited.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna start trying to make that like a regular thing, and yeah.
I didn't
so
think that I could run a full mile without like stopping and like dying.
But you did.
But I did.
But you did.
I was able to run a full mile
And then die.
and then die afterwards.
You
in
got a nice baseline
13
time there, so
about 13 minutes. Yeah.
so we know
So-
kind of where we're starting from, and we know the path that we're on to
Yeah.
to make some
We're gonna
improvements.
try to lower it,
100%.
lower my mile times, and my next goal is to be able to do a pull-up because I can't do a pull-up.
Same here.
We're working on it, man. We'll get you there.
I can't do one pull-up.
No excuse. We got the equipment.
Yeah. That's my next goal.
Partner assisted pull-ups are a wonderful thing. We will get you there. But the main thing is, just keep making the effort, right? Every day a little bit better, and you will get where you're going. So that's important.
And Pat's really good at like helping me.
I do what I can. I wasted a lot of time in the gym, right? Doing the wrong
He
stuff.
knows a lot.
So
It's the knife,
knife
hand. It's how he just gets in there.
You gotta
Yeah.
just cut
That's
through all
so
the BS
intimidating. God,
with the knife hand.
do you have a
That
license for
homecoming
that?
video
Do you have a license for that?
Free men
Yeah.
don't ask permission.
to bear knife hands.
There you go.
Oh man! Before we get too far away from it, Josh, what do people have to do to be given away that
We're just gonna pick somebody. at
to
random.
somebody?
Yeah.
I like it.
Somebody that watches the stream.
And participate, because we really don't know
Yeah.
if you're watching unless you participate. And
If you're in the comments and you're asking questions and you're making, various witty remarks, we will see them. Brian will read some of them.
We're gonna pick someone that hasn't won before, though.
Ooh, there
So,
you go.
We don't want to keep picking the same winners over and over.
Exactly.
Again, we're gonna pick somebody new.
Very cool.
Nice. As always, leave your questions. I don't know if we've gotten any yet, but drop your questions down below. This is going to be our last live stream for a couple
The calendar
weeks,
year,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah, I think this is going to be our last one. We might sneak one in here or there, but as far as like a regular Thursday night, because next
Christmas
Thursday
Eve.
is Christmas Eve.
Ah,
Yeah,
already.
and
Thursday after that
Santa.
is
I gotta be in bed.
New Year's Eve,
right.
So,
It's going to be absolutely in bed by like 9.
Right.
probably.
I feel like December just started.
yeah,
dude.
this whole month is flown by.
Because like
so
2 weeks
fast.
ago was March. Like
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, still does.
it's crazy. But yeah, so Merry Christmas to everybody. We're not gonna see you for a little while, at least this way. Probably a terrible time to ask because I don't think we planned this. Where are our Christmas hours?
They are on our Facebook.
Oh,
They're-
perfect.
They're on our Facebook profile picture, actually.
Perfect.
I believe Christmas Eve is 9 to 2. Christmas is closed. New Year's Eve, 9 to 2.
Sure.
New Year's Day, 12 to 5.
Nice.
Or
Oh, we don't have to come until noon. That'll be
Some
good.
good
Yeah.
recovery time.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook though.
it's on Facebook. It's
Cool.
on the website.
Cool.
It will be on.
Is it on Yelp?
Dude, Yelp is pissing me off. Yelp is pissing me right off.
What about Apple Maps?
Don't even get me started on Apple Maps, okay? I'm so mad about that. For those of you that have an iPhone, when we changed our hours months ago, we changed our hours everywhere that we possibly can. And apparently, if you had an Apple product, it was still showing our old hours. So I had to call literally Steve Jobs. We had to exhume him.
Steve.
And I yelled at him.
Shaking the dirt off of him.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's fixed. But yeah, for some reason, when you looked at our hours from an iPhone, it was pulling our hours from Yelp. Yelp had the incorrect hours, and it was just a huge pain. So if you're ever looking for our hours, the best place to go is either Facebook or our physical website.
Yeah.
Because those are the two things that we have the most control of.
Even Google sometimes doesn't update it. You know, you'll send it in and it doesn't do it as quick.
Right
Like
away.
not as quick as
Not.
Facebook or
It does
our
not.
website, obviously.
And it won't let me change the hours for specific holidays until that week.
Yes. It's so weird.
The week of. Yeah.
Let me do it. Yeah.
It's a pain.
Very strange. What else we got? Not much ammo. We've gotten some guns in lately. We've got some cool consignment pieces.
Bunch of ARs on consignment.
Taking
See
a
a cool,
lot of ARs on.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's Uther's L1A1.
Right arm of the free world.
Yes, sir.
Right here. FAL.
Streets of Mag and a Maglock.
This is a 1995. That's not the year. That's the price. But this is an absolutely gorgeous. This was owned by our gunsmith, John. Absolutely gorgeous gun. Yeah, really nice. What's it say here? Comes with the manual, the bayonet. This is an original top cover, a sling, 5 and 10 round stripper clips, which is nice because when you lock the mag in,
It's going to be a top.
you know,
level.
yeah. But it's nice that you can do that.
Yeah.
And a 10% discount for any class needed for the new user. So whether that's on this
Wow.
specific platform or just on anything,
Very cool.
you know. And John is a very, very competent gunsmith in regards to this firearm. So if you bought that, that's what I would do: is take a class, like show me everything I need to know about this, and you will learn a lot.
You will learn a lot for sure. Yeah, John's super knowledgeable guy about that.
We've got a bunch of ARs up here though, like 5 or
Some
6.
that come with ammo.
What?
That Smith, I believe, one of those Smiths comes
That
with.
one right there comes with 1,000 rounds.
With ammo.
Look on the
Wow.
back of the tag.
Yeah, 1,000 rounds of ammo. $16.99. I mean, you'll pay that for just a rifle nowadays, almost, or
You'll pay.
darn close to that.
You'll pay probably $700 to $800 for 1,000 rounds of ammo.
Yeah.
So that is
Heck
not
of
out of the realm
a
of.
deal.
This AM15 is up here for $1,499 on consignment. That also comes with 100 rounds.
100 rounds, yeah.
So
Pretty good deal.
That's
Free
awesome.
float,
Yeah.
Yeah.
M-lock.
This one comes with 40 rounds. So yeah, most of the guns that are up here, guys, as far as our AR pattern rifles, they all have some amount of ammo included in the purchase.
I wanted to touch on one of these too, or I should say specifically this rifle, this
Sure.
K31. We posted this up earlier in the week.
Cool.
$749, and I saw some comments balking at the price of that. And it's one of those things. It's hard via pictures to see the condition of these. But you know, these are like most Nagants. Yeah, back 10, 15 years ago, could you buy them for $75? Yeah, the bad ones, you know, crate versions that no one wanted. You could probably pick up a K31 for $100, $150. Again, rack grade, like not good condition. But like Mosins, I mean, you could buy 15 years ago, you could buy a Mosin that was $500 too, because it was a nice condition, a hex receiver, certain
Came with all
whatever.
of the
Yeah. Like,
accessories and whatever.
so same with this, you know, this comes with 80 rounds of ammo, which that Swiss, what is it, 6.5 by 55, I think? 7.5 by, yeah, 7.5 Swiss. Sorry. That's not cheap ammo. That's probably $150 worth of ammo right there. You know, maybe
Pretty hard to
100.
find.
It's, yeah, it's difficult to find. And this is just an absolutely gorgeous K31. So
Those things are shooters.
oh yeah,
They are
absolutely.
shooters.
Super accurate rifle, especially with that straight pull bolt and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Really, really nice. So let's check in, Brian. How are we doing over
Plenty
there?
of competition.
And what do we got as far
Over
as
in
comments,
Switzerland.
questions? You're smiling, so I can only assume it's something bad.
Probably
Probably busy.
one of our
Facebook
wives.
Basically not stopped.
That's
Yeah, Shannon has been active.
Oh boy! Oh, that's not what I want to hear.
not good.
Nothing specifically directed at you, but she's been active.
Okay.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah.
So
Yeti.
we do have a couple of things. Let's start with just a couple of quick comments. First was from Jeremiah.
I knew this was coming.
He said he stopped in and found a rifle for the scope that he won,
Yep.
Nice.
and that Pat, you took care of him as always. Did a
Nice
good job.
rifle too.
Yeah.
Ruger American.
Ruger American 243.
Klein made a comment about having one of the Cuomo stickers. He gets so many questions. He's got it on his car. He gets so many questions from people about it.
Nice.
Let's see. Mike apparently missed the beginning where we talked about the drinks. So maybe take a second to mention those again.
Sure.
Ellicottville Brewing Company, a nice lager.
They made it for Western New York Heroes, and it was brewed to help local veterans.
Mhm.
So it's called Hell's Lager, or Helles Lager.
And it says right here on the can, a portion of all proceeds from Echo Victor Lima, this particular beer, will support the efforts of Western New York Heroes. So this was brought in
Pretty cool.
by Jeremiah earlier when he was here to pick up his rifle. So good beer selection, and a portion of the proceeds go to a charity that we all hold dear to our hearts. So very cool. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Love it. Also, real quick, I don't know how we haven't mentioned this yet. One of our best friends, Steve Filano,
Mm-hmm.
is doing something extraordinary.
He is.
I don't know if you knew about this. You hang out with Steve a lot more than we do.
I didn't actually know until yesterday.
Really?
I mean, a little
Sure,
bit, but not
sure. He surprised, I think, a ton of people.
Is he coming out as the 556 fairy?
close.
He is running for Erie County Sheriff. And, you know, I mean, I haven't been around for forever, but that's pretty rare, at least I would say in this region, to have a non-career law enforcement officer, you know,
Run for sheriff.
running. I mean, I'm sure that other people have ran in the past, but I would say considering his position just, you know, in the local, you know, whatever you want to say, community, I think he has a pretty darn good chance. I mean, he's got the stances that he is taking, you know, are a constitutional sheriff's position, you know, which I think a lot of people in this region have yearned for and are looking for. And, you know, people just want to live their lives and be able to get help when they need it. You know?
I think a lot of people in our Western New York region and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the Western New York region, like you said, right, they've been waiting for somebody in law enforcement, particularly a sheriff, because you're the head law enforcement agent within your county, right? People are looking for leadership from that position, and people are looking for somebody that's willing to take a stand against some of the unconstitutional laws that have, you know, been passed throughout all of our lives, specifically the SAFE Act and the pistol permit regime and various things like that. And so I want you guys to go and check out Steve's platform. He gets, you know, into some specifics about how he's going to approach some of those different issues. And for me and for you guys, I know for sure, you know, we are all very stringent Second Amendment originalists in that we think that the Second Amendment says what it says and it doesn't say what it doesn't say, right? And Steve takes that same kind of stance. And so he is not going to, you know, if he wins this election, he is not going to allow those unconstitutional laws to be prioritized or enforced by Genesee County Sheriff's Office under his, you know, leadership. So I think that would be a really good thing. You guys should definitely check out his platform, learn a little bit more about his stances, and figure out where the opposition is coming down on some of these same issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's super cool. You know, again, not that there's anything necessarily wrong with having someone who's been in law enforcement their entire life. Obviously, they bring a certain perspective. They've got experience.
Definitely makes sense.
There's some benefits to that. You know, I'm from originally Genesee and now Monroe County, but at least as long as I've been paying attention, that's how it generally goes, though. Some very, you know, hate to say someone who's been groomed, but someone who's kind of, you know, selected almost, for lack of a better term, like you're going to run and you're going to be the sheriff, and that just kind of is how it is, you know. And it's always good to you know, return control, I guess, to the citizens, you know.
For sure.
It is a you know, I mean, back 200 years ago when the sheriff was created in the Constitution, there was no career law enforcement. You were just elected. You were just a guy, and you're the sheriff, and you hold our ideals, and the town and county chose you. And that's how it should be. So, yeah. So there's a link right in the chat.
Yes, I dropped a link.
Just dropping it, and I love. Is it like Steve Filano wins?
SolanoWins.com.
Filano wins. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, that was super cool to see. So I guess back to you, Brian. What do we got?
All right. Well, we definitely got plenty. Chat's been active again tonight.
It's a good beer.
So Jeff asks, are gift certificates available online or via the mail to arrive before Christmas?
I don't know if we can guarantee that part of it, only because we don't control the mail.
We can if we
Email it.
If we
there you go.
send it.
we can send it over email. You just have to call us with your
There's no
credit
delays
card.
with that, right? That doesn't slow down at all. Electronic
Email has not slowed down. Right.
USPS. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a way for you to buy them just online, like on your own. You have to call us. And
But it's pretty painless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call us. We'll take care of you. You can email it out or mail it with some stickers and whatnot. But
yeah,
we
do have.
I mean, if it's just going across town, if you ordered it the next few days, it'd probably get there. But I don't want to make any promises.
We've got the sale going on now too. So
You can always come pick them up too if you want to. You can buy. Just come down.
that's the best option because then you get to see us.
Yeah.
And it's the best way too because
Get yourself a crisp high five.
There you go.
it's just the easiest way generally
Yeah.
across the board.
But if you're from out of state or whatever, yeah, call us up.
we'll help you out.
Totes, my goats.
Marianne has a question, and her question is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition?
It's a
Favorite
good one.
Christmas tradition.
Eating.
That one. Yeah. Nice.
I love waking up in the morning now that I have chitlins, if you will. I love watching my kids open stuff.
Nice.
That's my favorite new tradition since I've been a dad.
Nice. In that same vein, I would say we've been doing gingerbread houses. We've done that like every year with Ari.
Nice.
So we just did them up a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
We did them early this year, but yeah, it's just a fun, turn on some of the classic Christmas music and just, little Norman Rockwell moment.
Yeah,
It's
we
really
do.
fun.
We do, like the cutouts and stuff with my mom and
Nice.
stuff. All the kids come over.
William Sonoma had a unicorn cutout for the cookies. Everything's I have a 3-year-old, so everything's a daughter. Everything's unicorns. Yeah, so $2. It's the cheapest thing in there.
That's the cheap. I was gonna say.
I went to bring it up. I thought it was gonna be like 20.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, that'll be. I got 3 of them. I was like, okay, that'll be $6. I was like, what?
Let me get 6
Must be a
more.
sale. Yeah. What about you?
Honestly, guys, I don't really have any family traditions at this point. I mean, like my kids are never all in the same place because Ethan's grown and he's got his own stuff going on. Sean and Evan, they're a little bit older now, so a lot of their presents are like, stuff that we give them. Or
Here's a boar
stuff.
snake.
Yeah, or it's like, hey, I'm gonna go download this new video game, and it's getting right. So
I'm not gonna see you for.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see you for 2 weeks now because you got a new game. But yeah, most of my family traditions, honestly, now at this point involve just me not being around people that I, would like to be around in terms of like my family, like my, parents and my brother and sister and all that stuff. So like for me, the holidays kind of blow, honestly, because like I don't really have that going on. You know what I mean? It's just not as big of a deal anymore. It kind of, a lot of the fun has kind of gotten sucked out of it. So I just get to watch you guys like having good times with families and friends and whatever.
Sounds like you just need to have more babies. If you had more babies, then
Sounds like a solution.
I'm
in
sure
search of a
April's
problem.
watching.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
she's not down with that. She's not down with that whatsoever.
Jeremiah says one tradition that he did just 1 year, but still tradition, was to dismantle a gingerbread house with about 5 pounds of Pyrodex.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
That
sounds fun.
It does sound fun.
Well, thinking about possibly tying 2 different questions together, so the Christmas traditions and the gift card question. Shannon put one in. So how about getting a Santa suit and having Josh hand deliver the gift cards?
What are you doing?
All right, that's
to me?
fine. I'm not paying mileage though. I'm not paying mileage.
What are you doing to me? You want me to work OT?
drive the company sleigh.
Have to work
Is there a
OT. That's overtime.
Just the Mack truck. Just
All right. Well, let's see what else we got here. Some ammo and kind of gunsmithing type questions.
No 5.56. No 223. No
I
9
haven't seen that one come in.
Okay.
Shannon likes the idea of this suit, by the way. She says new tradition.
New tradition.
get selling.
So John S. asked about a ballpark price for putting a rail on a Mini 14.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know. There's so many options.
Sell
out
that
there.
one and buy the one that comes with it from the factory.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to see the specific gun, right? Because they've got different, like some of them have those Ruger mounts in the top of them, and you can put a rail right on
True.
top
Yeah,
of that
I guess it
Ruger mount.
depends. Is he
Depends
trying to
on the
mount
version
like
of
an
the gun.
optic or yeah, it's tough to say. That is not the best firearm to upgrade. You know, it's not like an AR-15 really, where you can swap out every part for other parts or whatever. I mean, you can. Your best bet might be to get another stock for or whatever it came with. I'm not sure. I guess it depends what you want to do. Like Pat said, they make a top. If you're trying to put an optic on it, or if you're trying to put like a flashlight, I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know if they make one, but I would guess that Midwest
Industries, probably.
Yeah, Midwest Industries makes a rail for those.
We could do it though. If you find the parts, we can do it.
Yeah, if you buy it if you find a rail that you like online, we can do it. We charge $45 an hour for the gunsmithing work. So yeah, that's probably the best way to do it is for you to source the parts. That way, you find one that you like, and we can throw it on for you.
Without seeing the specific gun, though, it is a little bit difficult for me to intelligently give an answer there because, again, different variations of that gun have different mounting solutions in terms of getting a rail on there. So if it's one that comes with Ruger mounts already in it, that's one answer. If it's a different style, that's a different answer.
I'd guess around $150-ish for the rail,
Probably.
Probably something like that, yeah.
and then $45 for the gunsmithing.
I don't think the install would be hard.
Yeah. Next,
All right. So quick aside, because I knew her comment was coming.
April.
Okay.
So no more babies for Pat.
She's
Okay.
coming up fast.
Yeah, we knew you were
Coming in hot, and she's like, nope. I told you.
Nope. Shut that down.
Shut that shit down.
So quick question. I don't know if it was the same John or a different John. I don't remember. Minimum age for a child to shoot at the firing pin. This is a fairly common one you guys get asked. I don't remember what the answer is, though. Or else I would just answer.
According to New York State law, it's 12 years of age for a long gun, and it's 14 up until you hit that 21st birthday under supervision of a qualified instructor for the handguns.
That is a New York State law that
Yeah.
we do not agree with, but it is the law. Now, we do allow kids to come in and observe at no charge, like especially if dad or uncle or whoever's coming in. The kid's 10, can't legally shoot. You can watch all you want, no charge. You can bring a BB gun, is totally okay.
Airsoft,
Pellet gun,
yeah.
airsoft, yeah. Basically any, I
Anything
would
that isn't a fire.
paintball gun, no, because it's too messy. But airsoft, BB gun, pellet gun, bring them in.
At Lattle.
As long as your accuracy is good. I was gonna say I don't think muzzle loaders count. Muzzle loader, I think you can shoot at any age, but you can't shoot a muzzle loader indoors here.
I don't know.
We don't allow that. I would think because a muzzle loader is not a firearm. A felon can own a muzzle loader. That's my thought process with that.
Seems like kind of a gray area, but yeah, I think we could probably.
Try it with
that
your
makes
kid.
sense.
I'm not gonna try it with my kid.
Okay.
There you go, Wes.
I don't have any kids. that
Knocks
young,
him back
so.
on his butt.
50 cal.
Yet another reason, Pat. More chill, more babies.
April did follow that up saying puppies are okay, but no more babies.
No more human babies.
Yeah, we'll get some
That's
more.
fine.
Get some more.
Just fur babies.
You got it.
So Zach asks, what is the current Glock selection? You saw you got to 19 Gen 5s in earlier.
They gone.
Oh, there we go.
They gone.
Yeah.
Didn't know what else you guys have.
So in terms of non-blue label guns, if we're looking for just the retail guns, I have one new Glock that's a retail gun that's not blue label.
I can't believe that's still here. I've showed that to
Glock
5
Gen 3.
people.
Yeah, and we only got 5 of these, right? So we've already
We
sold
got 5.
4.
We sold
and
4.
This
We're
is
down
number
to 1.
5. So $549.99 will get you the Gen 3 Glock 19 brand spanking new 2 magazines with the Glock case. If you are blue label eligible personnel, we have your 43X with some night sights. We have your Glock 19 Gen 5, and we got a Glock 45 Gen 5 that comes with your high cap mag. So that one is LE only, not, firefighters and stuff like that, because we can't do the high cap mag. So we could transfer you the gun, just no magazines on that one, if you were somebody not eligible.
We've got a 48 MOS with night sights on the Blue Label program coming too.
Oh
Nice.
my! I haven't seen one of those in
I've
person
seen one of
yet.
those.
Yeah, that sounds.
Do you have
like
to use one of the
interesting.
slimmer red dots, or isn't there
Probably like the shield.
because that's a
would work
slimmer one.
best on
isn't
it.
it?
Shield RMS,
Because otherwise,
or-
like an RMR would be too wide, wouldn't it?
I
On a
think
48.
it would. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
it'd probably be
scooch.
Pretty
Just a
wide.
little,
Yeah.
Just put like the giant, like Trijicon. What is it? The SRS, the newer one.
SRO, the
The
great.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
SRO. Yeah, the huge
The
one.
one that's like an EOTech. Yeah.
What else we got over there?
A couple of more stock questions from Tim. He asked, Brandon, are you expecting to get any more man liquors in?
Those, we get those in used on consignment. It is one of my aesthetically favorite types of firearms. For those of you that don't know, the Mannlicher or Mannlicher, Josh, stop it. Of course, it's his favorite kind of gun, the Mannlicher.
This is so fun to say.
It is a funny, the Mannlicher. It's where the wood goes. I don't even know if we have one. I guess it would be like this K31 would technically be that style. It's where the wood goes all the way out, or almost all the way out to the end. We had a beautiful Steyr that we sold a while back, like a
Gorgeous
Steyr,
gun,
1900 something. That was really cool. We've gotten them in. That's just, nature of the beast. It depends on what someone brings us. So I think the only new produced ones, I think CZ makes and Ruger,
77.
they make a 1022 version, maybe. I know they've made it.
They do.
It comes and goes, And they make an M77, and then I think the only other one would be
The CZ.
who was I just saying? Yeah, CZ. They
Steyr.
make like the 527s or whatever. Yeah, and Steyr might make a new one, but that'll be $3,000.
So there's a handful of them out there.
Blazer probably makes one.
Yeah,
make
if you want to
10
spend,
grand.
if you want to spend Blazer money, that's pretty expensive.
Nice.
Brian, you got any more, buddy?
Questions.
Let's do it.
Another quick stock question, and then we'll go to a recommendation type question.
Sure.
Adam asks, are there any SCRs?
No, we've had that question come up on a couple of live streams ago. Somebody was asking about those Fight Light
impossible to get.
SCRs. Yeah.
Those have been impossible to get since they switched over to Fight Light.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
not seen one
Yeah.
new in the shop since they
Since
switched
Fight Light
over
started making them.
to Fight Light, which was years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
I've not
That's
seen
a hell of a gun. That's one of the best.
Yeah, for New York.
Right. Yeah. In
If you're
New York
looking-
State, that's one of your best options.
Yeah, if you're looking for something that is AR type rifle with a detachable magazine, and same upper.
The only thing
receiver,
I haven't seen, I know people own them up here. I don't know anyone who trains, say at like the level that you do, that's really put that gun through their paces, just because of the different buffer system. I don't think it's unreliable. I just love to see, head to head compared to an AR-15. How does that hold up after 5,000 rounds?
I bet the best source of info for that, if we were to ask the guys over at Bull Creek, because I know that
Do they run one? Yeah.
They've talked about them a good bit
Nice.
for several years, because they think that's they seem to at one point have thought that was a pretty good compliant option. So
Sure.
they might be a good source of info.
Yeah.
Better than they would know more about it than I would for sure. So
Cool.
We should get Brian Kirby to test one.
should.
if he can get his hands on one, I
Yeah.
bet he
Do
would love
it,
to.
Ryan.
All right, so this is a fairly deep topic, one that's gone around our Discord quite a few times.
Let's do it.
Body armor. What to buy, what not to buy. And that's just, a lot's going to depend on your usage, what threats you're looking at.
Go to Walmart, get the Lodge, the biggest Lodge cast iron pan. You knew where I was going with that right away. Buster Scruggs. You can get one for your head and then one front and rear. Sorry.
Why am I thinking Fortnite?
Okay, yeah, that would work too.
My mom just texted me that they have a Santa suit. I don't want to know why they have a Santa suit, but they have a Santa suit.
Okay, you're a drummer.
Well, when a mom and a dad love each other, very
Stop!
much.
I'm gonna stop you.
With a
right
Mr.
there.
Claus and a Mrs. Claus.
I'm gonna leave.
When
I'm gonna leave.
mom and dad are gonna get busy right there.
You're getting
sometimes.
cold.
Also, I have to say goodnight to my Wesley.
Aw.
Good night, Wesley. Daddy loves you.
Yo, well, I love my kid. I don't know where
Is she
my kid
watching
is. She better not be. Brush your teeth.
Oh boy.
Kind of dovetailing off of the interesting comments
Body
there
armor.
about, we're just going to stop you there.
Yeah, body armor.
Cindy asks, so if you had to choose, who's Santa in the shop, who's the Grinch, and who's Mrs. Claus?
Ooh, Mrs. Claus. Dibs.
I'm gonna have to be the Grinch.
Probably
I kind of, yeah.
We all know,
especially on a Friday.
Oh my God, Fridays.
Firing pin. This is Pat. How can I help you?
How can I help you?
How can I answer
Oh my
the
gosh.
same for the 6,000th time?
No, 9 mil. This week only, I'm out of 9 mil. It's only today.
Yep.
So weird.
So Josh, I would say that Josh is probably our Santa, right? Because he's just always in a good mood generally, and he's smiling at everybody, and he's always, being nice to everyone for whatever reason.
I think he could grow the, if we had to grow a Santa beard.
we need to get a little bit.
You got a good
more
one,
length on
too.
the beard, but yeah, he's doing all right. And then Grinch. I think of myself for Josiah probably has that one sewed up. Probably me more so than Joe. And then Brandon wants to be Mrs. Claus for whatever reason. So
It's like a Mrs. Doubtfire type
Because
of
he
thing,
wants to be my
Who wouldn't your boyfriend? I got you.
my main squeeze.
And then Brian can be Rudolph.
You get Josh one night of the year. I get him the other 364. You only get him on Christmas.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Too
my.
funny. We kind of skipped it. Well, we took a little intermission there. What was the body armor question, I guess?
What do we
Sorry,
recommend?
yeah.
Was
in
it just
terms of
body armor
buying?
question mark?
It was what to buy, what not to buy.
Oh, man. That's a 4-hour live stream in and of itself.
So we're gonna have to do one just on that at a certain point.
We
in time.
can, yeah.
I think maybe after the new year, we should just really make a dedicated post at some point. About
I mean, we can
body
touch
armor.
on it.
It's really one of
Quickly.
those things, like with a lot of things, it comes down to, like, the easy way to kind of would be, what's your budget? Because that's going to hugely determine what you
Budget's
can
gonna make a
get.
huge difference there.
And then maybe, like, what are your goals, too? Some people just want to have,
Yeah.
they just feel good about having, I don't want to say a cheap set, but just something almost more of like a active shooter kit, I'll call it,
Right.
versus one that they're gonna like. We train in ours a lot. We use ours a lot. You need something that's comfortable that you can, blah 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 blah.
Right.
So, my answer would be ceramic plates for the weight, and then whatever kind of plate carrier you like, And that's hard because there's a lot of different ones.
You can sort of cheap out. If I had to choose something to cheap out on, I would definitely cheap out on like the plate. Well, no. I would cheap out on what you're gonna wear.
Sure.
I would say, like over
The plates
over what's
themselves.
inside
It's
because
actually gonna protect you. Yeah.
Yeah.
we can, like you can find level 4 ceramic plates for
Like 120-ish, 150-ish a plate.
So
each.
yeah.
those
Yeah.
those BAO ones
Mhm.
that you had given to all of us
Mhm.
a while ago, those are essentially HESCO 4401s. They're
Right.
just a single curve variation.
those are great
as
plates.
opposed to the multi-curve variation. So, and those were like 160 or 180 bucks a plate or something like
I think
that.
so. Yeah.
So, you can find a really good single curve ballistic level 4s
Yeah.
for about 180, 200 bucks a plate if you're only going single curve. Now, where that's going to become an issue is for those of you guys that haven't seen my single curve plates, there's a little bit of they stick out kind of. Yeah, there's like a ledge right here. Where they're kind of poking out underneath my chin a little bit because they don't conform to the shape of my body like completely, right?
Mhm.
So for the ceramic ones, or for any of the plates really, but for the ceramic ones especially, the more curves you want, the more expensive those plates are gonna become, right? The other thing is if you want US made stuff that is like NIJ certified,
What you do.
right? You're gonna want
Yeah,
stuff that's
because they
actually
test
been
those.
tested,
Yeah.
right? So for me, I'm always looking for something that is on the National Institute of Justice list,
Yep.
that's approved, that's Berry compliant, meaning it's produced in the United States.
Superman test them. Justice League.
So if you go to if you search like NIJ level 4 plates, the Department of Criminal Justice actually has a spreadsheet that you can go and you can access on the interwebs, and it'll tell you
Nice.
all of the different NIJ level 4 plates that are authorized for purchase by government agencies, right? And in order for those to be eligible for purchase, by government agencies, they have to meet specific requirements. Namely, they have to be level 4 NIJ certified, and they have to be Berry compliant, which means they were made in the United States.
Nice.
So, you know, I would start there, and I would look at some of the plates there that you think, you know, are on the lower end of your budget, and kind of see the features that they offer and what you like about them versus what you don't like, and then go and do the same thing at the higher end of the budget and kind of compile yourself a little list. These ones, you know, if I'm looking to save a little bit of money, here's some different options. If I want to spend a little bit more, here's some, you know, higher budget options, and then kind of compare and contrast from there as far as cuts and sizes of the plates, and that will help you at least to get that part narrowed down. But guys, you don't have to spend $1,000 on a good set of ballistic plates, right?
No, you don't have to.
But you are going to want to spend a little bit of money, right?
You're gonna spend what you would on a good quality, like a Glock or
Yeah.
you know, like a good quality handgun.
Right.
$500-600, you know, with everything, the plates, some pouches, you know, the whole plate carrier.
So my whole setup, guys, that I wear, and you guys have seen me wear a million different times, and I compete in it, and I do all kinds of stuff in it. I teach in it. I wear it all the time. I got about $750 or $800 tied up in the entire setup, and that's plate carrier. That's my little dangler pouch. That's my little, you know, mag pouch in the front, and that's my set of plates, which I think the set of plates was about under $500.
Yeah.
It was less than $250 for the set of 2 curved plates.
It's one of those things too. It's going to take some tweaking, some evolving, some learning on your, because again, we're all different. We're all built different,
And some
what
fitting.
works for me. Right. So it's
So subjective.
you are rarely, you might, but you are rarely going to get it completely 100% right the first go.
Yep.
You're going to have to get something
Definitely.
here, or like, Josh, you've got those cool HSGI shoulder pads, you know, like
Which
you're always
Dan
going to
was
be
busting my chops about, and now he owns a set.
he turned you on to the padded sling. You know,
Yeah.
I know I think you were picking on him for having a padded sling.
Yeah, I don't pat it sling. But yeah, so you know, it's one of those things where it's really subjective to you, right? Because for me, I wanted to have shoulder pads on my plate. It didn't come with them, so I spent $20 on it, or you know, $20 or $40 on a set of pads, and now I have the exact setup that I want. But you know, I got the plate carrier. It wasn't exactly right. I made a little modification, and now I'm in business.
Luckily,
right?
a lot of plate carriers are that's the relatively lesser expensive part of it. You know, like that Spiritus one you have is what, like $150 maybe for the plate carrier, or maybe a little more.
Chase Tactical one that I got.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 Chase Tactical ones, and they're both like under $200 a piece.
Yeah.
Steve's got his really nice Gadsden one, which I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
That was like $260, but man, it is set up really nice. It's super conforming to his body. It's got the plates, the pads built right into it. It's even got the first set up to get it on and off really easy.
Nice.
Yeah, so no Velcro and all of that stuff. So again, it depends on features, right? If you want to spend some more money on some Gucci stuff, you know, you can definitely do that. But if you're not going to wear it all of the time, especially initially, you might want to save yourself a couple of bucks on a plate carrier and get one that's relatively inexpensive. Because if you don't like it, you can always swap it out for something different or upgrade it at a later time.
I was going to say too, it's nice to have a plate carrier, even if you don't have plates. It's just nice to have all of your gear in one
Got everything
spot,
where you can access
you know,
it.
whether it's, you know, again, like an active shooter or just some type of scenario that you want to, you know, I want to have like my rifle and my kit just ready to go.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Like everything that I need is on that plate carrier, my IFAC, whatever it is, it's just ready to roll.
Grab my stuff and I'm out the door. And
Eventually get some plates when you can, you know,
Yeah.
it's always ideal, obviously. And yeah.
Another thing too, for those of you who aren't ready to take the plunge yet and get into just the whole giddy up, right? Just get yourself a chest rig.
Sure. Yeah.
Just get yourself
What
a
was that
chest
one
rig.
Dan sent us? That one was cool.
So that one I think is the new Lucas T-Rex, the new T-Rex Arms
I
one.
want to find that.
Yeah, you should definitely throw the link up to that. But yeah, that was the T-Rex Arms one that he shared the link with us.
He's also a big fan of the Rhodesian rig from
Helicon Tex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helicon Tex. Yep. That's a very good rig too, and Josiah also has one of those.
Yeah, that mini chest rig that you guys have seen Dan rocking.
They're very good.
Helicon Tex. It's like Helikon, and it's a Polish company, and they make some really neat stuff. Unfortunately, if you don't select the right option in their website, you're going to be making your purchase in euros. So you know, hope you know your conversion rates.
So, quick question: is still in the body armor? Somebody else threw something in there.
Sure.
Do plates expire?
Yeah, they do. They have a shelf life just like everything else, right? So most of your ceramic plates, guys, are going to be around the 5-year mark. Some of them are going to be at the 10-year mark, and some of them are weird because they'll say on there like warranty, meaning like we're warranted against defects and damage due to use. And then they also have a shelf life, which means if the product was produced 5 years ago and nobody's bought it within that 5-year period, that ceramic has already started to degrade. So yes, they do have shelf lives, and also for that are running ceramic plates, they do need to be x-rayed, preferably on an annual basis, guys, so that you can make sure that there's no cracks around the perimeter and that your plate is still in one solid piece, because they do, you know, they can fracture and stuff like that. It is, after all, so.
How you go about that? Like, do you just have to know somebody
That can x-ray them for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you're not gonna walk into the hospital and be like, "Hey,
can you x-ray this stuff
can you
for me?
X-ray this?"
There's actually a lot of, I shouldn't say there's a lot, but there are some industrial places. When my dad was still working,
Oh yeah,
we got that gun x-rayed.
right. Yeah, we did.
We'll have to
didn't
try
we?
to. We'll have to try. Somebody out. I bet Alan has a hookup to an X-ray.
Alan probably does. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, but yes, they do need to be x-rayed periodically for integrity purposes, right? Because obviously, if you're going to get potentially shot in the plate, you want to make sure that that thing is ready to receive that ballistic threat. Brian, what you got? Anything?
Oh yeah, we're not running short on comments again tonight.
Let's do it,
so it's a
man.
Fantastic thing.
Good deal.
2 other quick stock questions and then a recommendation question.
Sure. Yeah.
Nick asks, any AR pistols?
Pistols negative. I do have one strip lower down here, Nick. So if you want to build a pistol on an ATI, American Tactical Imports Omni hybrid lower, I have one for you. 74 at 99. I'll get it, and you can go ahead and build yourself a nice pistol.
Maybe speaking of pistols, Josh, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was
some
gonna
of the
say, do we want to touch on any
fuckery?
of the ATF and DOJ fuckery that's been going on?
Yeah, we probably should let these guys know, for those of them that don't already. So, Josh, what do you got for us, man?
So basically, and you'll have to help me out with some of like the technical parts of it, but basically ATF/DOJ is again making a move to reclassify pistol braces as an NFA registerable item.
Just the brace themselves, right? They're trying to make it so that the actual brace itself is an NFA item, or
I don't think so.
What they want to do is basically make it we'll know it when we see it. Every configuration, whether you have a rifle from the factory, that particular rifle, even though, I should say pistol, that particular firearm, even though it's exactly like what somebody else makes, yours is a different rail. You marketed it differently.
It's a different caliber.
Maybe in the marketing, you showed a guy shouldering it, even though it's a brace. Like, you know, so it's such a
it's an arbitrary.
So generic. Like, it's the weight, and it was one of those things too. You know, someone like me might not need a arm brace to hold that firearm. I'm not able to hold it without it with one hand. Someone like my wife, who's a third of my size, she can't do it. Maybe even with the arm brace. It's such a weird. It's fuckery.
Yeah.
They're trying. What the end goal is what they want, and they're trying to make it seem like it's a good idea. They're gonna waive the $200 NFA registration so you can form one.
Oh, gee.
Your AR-15 pistol.
Oh, great! So I can register it with the federal government.
So you can register it with
perfect.
the federal government. Yeah.
How benevolent.
Because they want to scare. They want to scare all of us into oh my God, well, I have one of these. What am I going to do? I have to stay compliant.
You have to register.
So I have
Right.
to register with the NFA. No,
Right.
that is what they want. That's what their goal is.
Yeah.
We need to resist this. We let the bump stock thing happen back in what, 2016?
I think so.
We
16 or 17.
cannot let them take this from us.
And really, one of a huge negative, like say you lived in almost any other state, what am I going to do? I'll have to register it. I want to keep it. I've got a lot of money tied up into it. I can't sell it in the state that it is really without, So, cool. If you lived in Pennsylvania, you could do it, right? I don't agree with it. I'm with you, Josh. But you could register it as an SBR. We don't have that option in New York. How many of these are out there?
Millions.
Again, unfortunately, in New York, it's on your pistol permit.
It's already tied to you.
Extremely easy for whoever wants to crack down on that. Work with you think Cuomo wouldn't work with the feds, the ATF? I know he's been kind of butting heads with the Trump administration, but you tell me that Andy Cuomo wouldn't lose his, I don't want to say, over working with the ATF to take guns away from you?
Oh, of course, especially when he's up for Attorney General.
Yeah. He had a certain kind of dream about that last night, I bet.
Oh, of course.
That's what he wants.
100%.
So,
Even if you don't own one, guys, this is just another step over
right.
a line that we
Right.
keep trying to set.
Yep.
Here's one of the things that I was just reading before the live stream. I was reading something from Aaron Cowan from Sage Dynamics, and he was like, the government wants you to believe essentially that the Constitution tells you what your rights are.
Right.
In fact, what the Constitution says is what the government may and may not do in terms of protecting your rights from being infringed by our government or anybody else who might abuse your rights, right? So realistically, the government is supposed to be there to protect you from people that want to abuse your rights. They're not the wellspring that all of those rights originate from, right? Your rights come from a higher power than the government, and they pre-exist government. So stop allowing the government to tell you and to keep revisiting what your rights are.
Exactly, because how many times have they fucking done
How many
this
times
about
have they revisited
races?
what your rights are?
Oh, you can shoulder it. Oh, you can't shoulder it.
Right.
Oh, it's a stock. Oh, it's not a stock.
My rights don't come from the government. I'm sorry.
Right.
Right? My rights don't come from the government, and they won't be taken by the government. So, that's kind of my stance on that. You guys are going to have to make some of those determinations for yourself. But
Which ties back into why it's so important
right
to elect a guy like Steve Filano
Yep.
to Erie County Sheriff, because he's not going to go along with that.
And we need somebody in government that's going to take that stand on our behalf. It's going to say absolutely not.
Right.
We aren't going to do that because we don't have the power to do that, because the Constitution of the United States tells us that the government does not have the power to do that.
Now, I dropped a link in the chat. It was the one that you posted on
okay.
Facebook. You posted that link. I don't know if you want to say more about it. I didn't see who it was actually from, but it's from a firearms policy. Right,
firearms regulatory something commission. But what you can do from that link that you just posted is you type in your name, you type in your email address, and you type in where you live, and it will automatically pull up for you a list of your representatives. Okay, they have already written out an email. They will automatically forward it not only to your local representatives, but to the president with an email stating why this is unconstitutional and why you oppose it. And you can fill it out, I believe, as many times as you want. I filled it out like 50 times today. And I also called the White House directly.
Nice.
And when I called the White House and I started talking about why I was so pissed off, they were like, yeah, another ATF brace thing. Okay, got it. Like, we're going to forward it.
Put the tally on the wall.
So, yes, they have been being spammed, as they should, because this is nationwide.
Should we at Trump on Twitter? Is that
Why not?
So I don't have a Twitter, but yeah, sure. But anyways, guys, please hop on that link, type in your info, send an angry letter to your local representatives, and then share that with your friends and family.
Yeah.
I literally just did it on the stream. It took like 30 seconds.
It's
Nice.
so fast.
Nice. Yeah.
It's so fast. You're not going to get signed up to receive emails or anything. It's literally just a fast and easy way to let your representatives know that you are angry and that you will not let this happen. Because if this happens, something else is going to happen and something else is going to happen. They have been at this for decades, literally stripping away our rights one little piece at a time that nobody really notices. Everybody thinks, oh, it's okay.
It's no big deal. It's only the bump stocks. I don't
Everybody
want a
kept
bump
on
stock.
voting for the X because it had a wooden handle, right?
Right.
I've done my part. I donated to the NRA, so I don't need to.
They are actually supposedly helping with this one, but who is doing most of the work is going to be FPC.
Firearm Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of America. Enjoy your time.
SB Tactical, obviously, because
Enjoy
they're
your
the main.
terrible magazine.
Yeah. American Rifleman.
Ugh.
So yeah, please, guys, this, even if you don't own an AR pistol with a brace, this matters. Like,
Right.
This
Please-
is going to impact somebody that you care about 100%.
please hear me.
And if you don't own one, you should, because they're really fun.
They are super cool.
Yes,
That's
Get
the way
one.
to go.
I'll teach you how to use it and everything.
Yeah. Nice.
Listen to me.
What else we got?
I happened to buy an AR pistol a couple months ago.
You did, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so another stock question. Any used 870s, preferably
Negative.
with a thread?
You have to look.
Straight up, no.
No 870s, anyways. What's
No.
this guy?
That is a Winchester
Winchester
1300.
1300. I mean, we have shotguns, but not that shotgun.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Then a recommendation question from Matt. What's the best caliber for youth? The next step up from a 22 long rifle.
I mean, if we're looking to
410,
go center fire, yeah, we could go 410, 7.62 by 39,
9 mil.
243,
9 mil, sure, 9 mil
maybe
carbine.
something in
Yeah.
a 9 mil.
Depends what you're going to do, I guess. If you're thinking more just like target shooting, which it kind of sounds like if you're going from 22, maybe 9 mil. Although it's going to be, it's just, no matter what you choose, none of those choices you have ammo to buy right
Right.
now, which is a temporary problem. But yeah, a lot of people think
5.56.
223 is too much, or 5.56, but especially if you got a nice, like a varmint style or like a 20-inch barrel
Right.
of an AR, it's extremely pleasant to shoot.
Super
Is it a little
soft-shooting
loud?
guns.
Maybe that's the intimidating part of it. But yeah, I would go 9 or 5.56 or 223. Some type of modern sporting firearm, semi-auto. Take out a second mortgage to buy some ammo.
All right. Two quick things here from Todd. First, he just dropped in a comment saying, let's do a World War II rifle night.
Love it.
Okay.
Ooh, I
Love
love
it.
it. I'm all about that.
And then his other thing, his question was, how is Polar Wave going?
Polar Wave, we have submitted our initial plans to the town.
Ooh.
So at some point here, they will get back to us, with additional requirements. We kind of just sent them a very basic, we don't want to do too much if they don't need it.
Right.
Here's what we're doing. You tell us where do we need to expand on this, me and the architect, and then we'll go from there. So, again, no real update, but we're just keep going through the motions, going through the process.
At least we've submitted an initial proposal
yeah.
for them to look at, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Hopefully here we get in there in January maybe. And if we do that, it generally takes 3-4 months or so to work through the various boards. You have to go to the town and then back to the county or to the county and then back to the town, So we're in our timeline that we want to be. The nice thing is once we get that approval, it's pretty much ready to go as far as some of the initial stuff we want to do. It's not like we have to get this approval and then start construction.
Right.
The land is already set up to do 60% probably of what we want to do.
Yeah,
Most
now
of
it's
it
just bathroom.
Most of it involving you running up a hill while Pat is knife handing at you and screaming at you. So
Make sure you carry enough heavy objects
yeah,
to make me tired. and
the
stuff.
salt content of that soil just from people's sweat is going to. You will not be able to farm that land
And from me being
for
salty
1,000 years. Yeah.
from my saltiness.
This
Oh.
hallowed ground.
There will be a lot of cursing out there.
100%.
If trees could talk.
That much is for truth.
Way more cursing than I get to do here.
Yeah.
All right, well, next question. Any AKs?
Got one on the way.
I saw that email.
Should
That
I
was
have gotten
cool.
2 instead?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Email her.
Spent a lot of
Too
money
late.
this week.
Yeah.
Is it a Z-Pack?
It was.
It's a Visca.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Any idea?
Probably
Street price?
$9.99 ish.
Yeah. Nice.
With
Is it a
a
folding?
comment. Yeah, I think it
Folding
is
stock?
a folding stock. Yeah.
Ooh,
It has to have a
cool.
pin mag, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the comp mag is pretty
Did you
cool.
see
Look around for
How
that.
hard Josiah was flirting with her? Our rep
In the email.
Kinsey's, yeah.
It's pretty funny.
God, he's so.
I'll
He's
never.
the-
Okay, I feel bad because I've already forgotten her name. But do you remember the Davidson's rep we had
Oh yeah.
for a while? Was
Yeah.
it
Tammy.
Tammy from
Yeah.
Davidson's. She would call up and she was in the right business to talk to a bunch of
She had one of those hotline voices.
bearded.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did well. I'm sure there were many gun shops that bought whatever she was selling them.
That's hilarious.
Oh
Good
man,
stuff.
It's part of the biz, man.
it is.
Part
That's
of the biz.
that's how we do so well.
Gotta do what you gotta
Gotta
do.
schmooze the
The
reps.
attractive. Oh, I thought I just we're the.
Oh,
attractive-
yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. That's how we schmooze the reps.
There you go. Send him some nudes.
All right. Well, moving on from that topic. Michael asks, how backed up is the gunsmith? He's looking for a simple AR barrel, block, and tube install. Has the parts, just want it done right.
Drop it off.
Yeah, we're 2 to 3 weeks. I would generally say. Sometimes, I think we tell people 4 weeks just to be safe.
But a lot of that is waiting on like parts.
That's true.
That we have to order.
That's true.
And there's multiple people here that can do that job, not just the gunsmith. I
That's a
can
good
do
point.
it. Pat can do it.
Yeah, almost anybody here is
It's a pretty
qualified
basic
to.
level.
Almost anybody here is qualified to take that on for you. So yeah, you can pretty much bring it down almost at any. I don't want to say at any time, but almost at any time.
If we're
And-
slow, we might be able to do it on the. It might take us half an hour, but
Yeah.
we might be able to do it on the spot.
It's
So-
happened before. People have come in. Hey, can you guys make a
I did
quick
one the
swap
other
of
day.
sites
Sure.
or whatever?
Yeah,
Or, yeah, we do it all the time. So
Nice.
Yeah,
maybe
bring
give
it
us a
down.
call even and just say, hey, are you guys real busy right now? Could I stop by with something?
Yeah.
If we're not busy, hey, bring it over.
Sure.
All right. John DeWitt, not gun related, but
Okay.
still, I think a question that we all have input on. What is the favorite whiskeys among us here on the street?
Ooh,
I'd have to
that's
say
a great
mine
one.
is probably Bullet Bourbon. It's not
Yeah,
quite a
it's-
whiskey, but it's close enough.
Yeah, it's a bourbon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my answer. That's always been
Yeah.
my go-to.
You're
It's
a
my
big-
favorite.
You're a big
Yeah.
bullet guy. I'm not, guys. I'm not terribly picky.
That'd be my answer too. Yeah.
I-
Whatever you give me.
I do like me some Jameson Caskmates.
Mhm.
I do like the Jameson Caskmates a lot.
Basil Hinton Hayden's.
Basil
We've had
Hayden's,
that a couple
yeah.
times. That's really good.
Maybe some
Pricey,
Glen
but it's-
Livet or Glen
yeah.
Fittich. Although those are Scotch whiskeys. But yeah,
Well, you just
I-
said whiskey. You didn't say
Yeah, yeah.
a
Iron
specific
Smoke was a good
category.
one.
Iron Smoke
Black
is a
Button.
local one. Yeah,
Black Button.
I like
was a really good
theirs. Scotch. I like Scotch. I'm a Walker fan for Scotch.
Nice.
I like the double black.
one.
Still have some Blue Label.
Ooh, that's a nice bottle right there. That Blue Label stuff is pricey.
My friend Brando.
Yeah, that Blue Label stuff is pricey. They don't give that away.
Wedding gift.
First communion.
Yeah.
So I am more of an Irish whiskey guy. Like I like
Tullamore Dew?
I like bourbon too. Oh, Tullamore Dew is good.
Tully do.
I like Bushmills a lot, dude. If you put a bottle of Bushmills in front of me, it's not long.
We're doing
for
a
this
live
world.
stream.
It's not long for this world, I promise you. Jameson. I have actually. I got a really.
Some Caskmate. Yeah.
I wish my buddy Mike was watching this this live stream right now because April can tell you guys a little bit about this. One time back when I was at Fort Riley still, we used to have, guys from the unit come over and watch football and stuff
Sure.
like that on a Sunday.
I think I've heard this story.
And one of my guys was hanging out in the barracks by himself, and he was like, "Hey, I'm about to watch this Bears game. You wanna catch it? Are you gonna catch it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna catch it. I'm over at the house. If you want to come by, you can hang." And so he brings a bottle of Jameson with him, and we're just sitting there watching the Bears game. And then about the end of the Bears game, I'm looking at the bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, "April, there's the 7:30 game on too, right? Like, we need another bottle of whiskey. I ain't going no place." Right? And so we ended up sitting there like watching the 4 o'clock game, and then we watched the late game as well. And we must have drank probably both in bottles, just about. But
Nice.
yeah, that stuff goes down really fast.
I do like Jameson.
Jameson is good.
Did I ever tell you about when I was living in Nodak over in the Bismarck, North Dakota? I used to live there working for the Army Corps of Engineers. Yes, I took the same oath that you did, Pat.
Thank you for your service. Welcome home.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome home.
Thanks, man. It was rough out there
Birds.
saving endangered species. Okay.
Yeah, that's a cloaca. Yeah.
Well, anyways, over there, as is probably custom in many states
Right.
that you have lived in, here you can't buy liquor and beer in the same spot. There, they have like emporiums of beer and liquor in the same spot. I hardly know her.
Right.
And anyways, I would go to the alcohol store, and I was wandering around this one time looking for the Yingling, right?
Ooh,
So I was
too far.
a big
Right.
Yingling fan.
Yeah.
Did not know. So I walked up to the counter after like 5 minutes, looking around the store like 3 times, like starting to,
Get a little
where's
panicky, like,
the Yingling? Where's the Yingling? So I finally go up to the clerk and I'm like, hey man, having a hard time finding the Yingling. And he's like, the what? And I was like,
We ain't got any Chinese beer here.
come to find out, America's oldest brewery is only sold in 13 states. You would think America's oldest brewery would be found in all 50 states, as it should be. So anyways, I was like, all right, I guess I'll try to find something else. So I was walking around. I go over to like the holiday aisle where they have, like the gift sets that come with like the bottle and 2 rocks glasses.
Right.
So I'm like, ooh, Tully Dew. I haven't had that in a while. And, they had like this big sign on it or whatever, and it was like $29.99, like for the bottle and the 2 rocks glasses. And then I picked up a box and I looked on the bottom, and somebody had sticker marked it $9.99. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to see if this works. So I got up to the counter and the lady scanned it, and she was like, bloop, bloop. Like, okay, that'll be like $20 or whatever. And I was like, okay,
More?
sweet. And then I went back the week after that and got
changed the price.
more.
Oh.
No, I got more. I was able to get away with this 2 weeks in a row, and then I went back a 3rd week, and they were like, "Yeah, you're the guy that's been buying." I'm like,
We're
and
gonna
I
need
was
more
like,
money.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, we changed the price now," and I was like, "Oh,
Damn it.
all right," but it was
Yeah,
still,
Yingling?
yeah, do you have a like, yeah,
But meanwhile, Josh still has
So
those nice
cool.
rocks glasses. So
Yeah, they're somewhere.
pretty cool.
Nice.
yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
So yeah, I do enjoy a nice Tullamore Dew.
Dude, Irish whiskey.
A while
is
ago, I bought the nice like little ceramic. I think it's called a crock.
Mhm.
Like that you can buy it in
For sure.
Nice.
with the cork in it. I like that.
Nice, yeah.
I had the same thing in Colorado, but with M&T Bank. I didn't realize M&T banks weren't everywhere. Yeah, you didn't know that either, did you? They're like only east of the Mississippi. That's it. You go anywhere out west, 0
They
M&T
don't know
banks.
anything about
Oh,
only-
okay.
Just a Buffalo thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You can use an ATM, obviously, but like,
Right. Yep. It's a culture shock.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird how much stuff is like regional, and you don't really think
It's a
about
big
it
country.
until you're somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
until
a
you're
big
somewhere
country.
totally different.
Shout out to my North Dakota friends.
Looking for a Cumberland
None of
Farms.
them
Can't
are
find
watching.
one anywhere.
None of them are watching.
What else you got, Brian?
Well, we've got a couple more. Slow down a bit. But
Okay.
We still got some more. Bob asks, what recommendation do you guys have for an optical replacement for M&P Shield 40?
M&P Shield 40. So are we doing an optical sight, or are we just looking for sights, like regular
Optical
sights?
replacement.
Pretty much just that shield site, right?
Yeah, I think if we're going to put some sort of an optical sight on a Shield, it's going to have to be something like the Shield RMSC that's like specifically designed for a
relation.
more narrow slide. Yeah, Shield that's a different company that makes those, but
It's gonna have to be milled too.
Yeah.
Unless it's already milled.
right. Yeah.
I don't know if they make one that is.
The 4-inch performance center
Is.
did
Yeah.
a little. Yeah.
Generally not that expensive.
I'm thinking of it, we had a gun in here earlier today, a Springfield Armory XDS, so the single stack slim
yeah.
line.
With an MOS.
Crimson Trace does
XD
make
that has, they make one now with an optics cut, and it came with a Crimson Trace
Interesting.
mini red dot, which I didn't
Cool to
even know
check
that they
out.
were making that
For
product.
them to do that because it's a Smith & Wesson company.
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So,
No, it's odd because it's a Springfield.
oh, yeah, that is odd that Crimson Trace would be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although I guess if there's no other, that or the Shield, you know, for those micro.
Yeah, so I think that the
RDSs.
Crimson Trace optics are probably also small enough. And then I don't know if any of the Hollow Sun models, like the 507, I don't know if that's quite small enough to fit on one of those small ones. Because remember, Hollow Sun's got the 507 and they got the 508 and they got the 509. And those are all pistol dots. I think the 507
Like
one
those all
might be like the smaller guy that's,
I think someone should buy them for science.
right?
Let us
For
know.
science. testing.
I like science.
What else we got over there, B-Man?
Transition back here. Jeremiah,
Yep.
for an AR, do you really have to have the buffer retaining nut staked, or is it really not necessary?
Oh, man.
It's not necessary if you buy the primary weapon system ratcheting castle nut. One of the best products I have ever put on an AR, and every AR that I build from the first one that I put that on forward is going to have that on there.
So I also have been using and enjoying the primary weapon systems, ratcheting, castle nut. I do have that on a couple of my guns. And I second the recommendation on that particular product based on my own experience. I'm also recommend that for those of you guys who are wondering about stuff like that, I'm going to send you guys over to the School of the American Rifle, also the School of the American Rifle Facebook group, if you can request a membership over there. Chad Albrecht is the name of the guy that runs that the SOTAR and runs those pages. And he has done so much awesome video content on all of those different products. And he's a guy that doesn't do any kind of product recommendations. And I mean, even if you were to say Sons of Liberty Gunworks versus Radian, talking about these bolt carrier groups, what he's going to do is he's going to refer you back to some of the videos that he's done over the course of time so that you can see that the Sons of Liberty Gunworks products, as great as they are, every once in a while they will come into his area for inspection.
Yeah.
And some of them are not up to standard, right? And the same with the Radian stuff. Not all of that stuff is made to the highest of their standards. Not to say that they don't have high standards, but sometimes stuff slips through the cracks in manufacturing, as those of us who have ever done manufacturing or machine work know. So I would point you in the direction of the SOTAR page on YouTube and the SOTAR page on Facebook.
You can get lost.
And and 22.9 and the technical data packet on your AR pattern rifles, your M16A4s and your M4s. In the TDP, it's going to specify, staked castle nut or staked end plate per mil standard, whatever. And it's supposed to be staked in 2 places, and it's supposed to be staked using the appropriate staking tool, not just some center punch. And there is definitely a reason behind that. So I would be foolish if I sat here and told you don't stake your castle nut, because on a long enough timeline, that thing can't wait to fit. I mean, it's a mechanical piece of mechanical equipment, right? That thing is looking for an excuse to fail you. So anything that you can do to make it, shore that thing up, make it more mechanically sound, do it, man.
The other thing I was going to add is if you're for some reason dead set against staking it for whatever reason, I mean, Loctite you could get away with. But
Guys do it.
You're doing the same thing basically.
And Loctite is harder to remove than a proper, well done staking job. You can
Just undo it.
You can
Only
undo
blue
it.
though.
Yeah, don't use the red stuff.
I've had an AR-15 where just out of laziness, really, the castle nut, I put it together, didn't stake it, and you wrench it down with an armorer's wrench, and it'll stay put for a while, but it will come loose.
It can't
shoot
wait.
it, you shoot it, it will come loose, and Murphy's Law, it's going to come loose when you're laying prone and it comes loose enough to send that detent and spring out, it'll twist in there if it comes loose enough. So just do it right. It's one of those jobs where like, I do this with my house all the time. There'll be some stupid little handyman thing where I'm like, I don't have time for that now. And it was like, if I had just fixed it when I said that, I would have saved myself, and it takes me 2 extra seconds to not,
That's
fix it or whatever.
Preventative maintenance, right?
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, just do it.
So somebody much smarter than me, I'm gonna leave it right. I'm gonna say one more little comment and then I'm gonna leave it here. Somebody much smarter than me by the name of Travis Haley said, always do more than what is required, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that staking a castle nut is like a requirement, why wouldn't you just do that and maybe even go, a little bit, just do it above and beyond, right? Take that approach.
How much are those ratcheting castle nuts? Like $30, $29.99. Yeah.
$30 and
Wonderful
worth every penny.
product. Wonderful product.
Our friends over at All Star just came out with a pretty cool one too that screws down the set screw.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Kinda
And
cool.
you could save yourself from the hassle of having to stake it that way.
If you're one of those guys that like modifies his stuff as the wind
Frequently,
blows,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe that's what you want to do.
Yeah. So and I'm not against guys like All Star innovating on some of that stuff and coming out with a better product.
I think Mike said that's the only one that does that. He was like, when he sat down to design that, he was like, he was just surprised that
nobody else just had one.
Or maybe there's something else that they do differently besides that. I think that's the main thing. Is it has a set
Strike
screw.
Industries has one that's similar.
I was going to say Strike Industries end play actually seems like kind of cool to me. I haven't messed with them too much to really like know if they're going to be like a great long-term solution or like
Like clamps on almost, or what am I thinking of?
I don't know. It's a little bit longer. Like it comes onto the tube.
Okay, almost like a pistol brace.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Neat stuff.
What else we got?
We like
Got a
ours.
couple more in, but we're going to finish down the list.
Good deal.
So, Klein asks, do you guys sell tack lights in the shop?
We do. We have
Surefires over there.
Yeah, we've got some really nice Surefire G2Xs.
We got a few lights by Nightstick as well.
I have 2 of those lights. I like them a lot. They have a 50 lumen setting and a 600 lumen setting, I believe.
Yeah, they're nice. We want to get some of that stuff in a little bit more, but there's so many choices. There's so many, even if you were to get like Olight, how many different versions are there? There's a ton.
We've got some Nightsticks over there. We have some.
I do sort of like the Nightstick ones for what they are because they seem to fit the same profile as like the TLR1. So if you had a holster that was compatible with the TLR1,
There's some right there.
and you wanted to grab one of those for a little bit less money, you would still be able to use it with the same holster. So
If we don't have what you want, we know a lot about those. So
There's a whole huge rabbit hole. With all of these topics,
we could do another live stream just
such
on,
a rabbit hole.
like just on lights.
Speaking of, we should reach out to Mike with ASP and see.
Again, yes.
Yeah, we keep talking about.
Yeah. Because I love their lights. I have multiples of their lights, and they are up there.
Yeah,
as far as
and
my
Mike knows a lot
favorites.
about that stuff. So if
Lights.
he is willing
Yeah.
to talk to us about some of those products,
He certainly is. It's just a scheduling. We just could never nail down, with everything going on. It's just so tough. It's like,
Busy, yeah.
I hate to say like this show, a lot of times it comes down to it's 7:00 and that's when our planning meeting is for this night's show. Just the nature of the beast is just tough,
Yeah.
So what else we got?
Tough to run the shop and run this.
It really is. Yeah.
All right, Roman asks, how is the Axis 2 Precision 6.5 Creedmoor?
Cartridges, I'm assuming? Like how
no, he's talking about the rifle. He wants to know how is the Axis 2 precision rifle.
I thought you meant like access. Like, can we
in,
get ACCESS? Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's talking about the Savage Axis rifle in the chassis system from MCS or whatever. Honestly, I've only seen one of those Axis 2 chassis guns, and I was One thing that I was blown away by was the price point, because I couldn't believe that there was a gun in the chassis that was at the price point that it was at, because it was like $700.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
very inexpensive,
Yeah.
way less expensive than what I was expecting it to be. But I really don't know in terms of like the quality from, say, an Axis to a 110. I just
Sure.
don't know enough about Savage product lines to make a really great decision, you know, and say, well, this one is much better because, or
Sure.
save yourself the money and get the Axis as opposed to the 110.
I think you can definitely do better than. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
nothing
probably
against like
even-
anybody that owns an Axis, but the Axis is literally
Yeah.
one of the cheapest bolt-action rifles on the market. It's not a
Yeah.
bad rifle, but it is
It is surprising
at the bottom of the.
how well such a cheap rifle performs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It would not be my first pick ever, but you know, if I won one, say like at a raffle or a super popular raffle gun, they shoot really well.
Sure.
Like, that would certainly be like a hunting rifle.
You can
or,
definitely use it. Yeah.
you know,
100%.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with like working man grade
yeah.
firearms. Like
And especially now, right? Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
manufacturing processes are so much better.
insane.
Right? Like it used to be that accurate rifles were a rarity, right?
Right.
Like guys would spend a lot of money trying to accurize a rifle,
bedded and
glass
bullshit.
bedding and
Yeah.
trigger jobs
Custom
and
target loads,
customizing
yeah.
different
Thought
stuff,
about that
and
spelling my
loading
Mosin once.
and whatever.
I remember that.
But you know,
We've all been there.
we've all had a gun that we were like, I think I could make this into something God never intended it to be. We just don't do it. But yeah, the guns nowadays, right, that are like bargain basement type guns, like even a Remington 783, in all honesty, it will shoot 3-minute of angle
Right.
groups
Right.
with the majority of factory ammunition.
Yeah.
And 3-minute of angle is all most of us need for a good hunting gun, right? Realistically, if I can put one gun or one round, in a reasonable facsimile of the spot that I was aiming at, I'm probably going to be successful at the majority of hunting distance, right? So, you know, it just depends.
I would go off of your 110 recommendation too. If I could choose between the Savage Access 2 Precision and the one that we just sold to Phil Casper, the 110 FFCP,
FCP or whatever, yeah.
I would choose that one.
And it's not that much more expensive. It's a couple $100 more.
No, I think they're right. We sold that gun for like $700.
Same, right? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So that might be worth looking into then.
The chassis is
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
chassis
that's
probably
where the-
what's gonna, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe buy a 110 in like an AccuStock and then later on you throw it in the chassis.
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
If it's
Which
a
you
matter
can.
of money, like right now, maybe you get the 110 and then later on down the road, you just, you know, customize that gun, trick
Yeah.
your stick a little bit, make it a little nicer.
There's a lot of good sub $1,000 rifles though that are very good.
Nice.
you know,
I've heard-
as far as the long range.
I've heard like the Ruger Americans, like in 6.5, even just the ones with like the sporter stocks and stuff like
Sure.
that.
If you go like one level up from like the base model would be like the Predator model.
Yeah, right.
With the it's a mid like heavy barrel.
Right.
And threaded, you know, which is nice.
Speaking of which, what was that new cartridge Winchester announced?
Yeah. I can't tell you the specifics. 6.8
Western.
Western.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
6.8 Western. Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Are we not allowed to talk about it, or you just don't remember?
Oh shit.
I wasn't sure. That's why I wanted to ask.
I don't remember. So
But it's a not like, I mean, they sent it. I don't know if it's been announced yet.
I don't know if
It's on the internet. It's
Is
on
it?
the internet
Okay,
because
yeah.
myself
Is it?
and
Okay.
Josiah did some research on
Okay.
the bullets and stuff like that.
But it's
No,
pretty impressive. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
they are constantly making, you know,
It's supposed to be a long range
Improvements.
hunting.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ballistic coefficient, you know, which relates to how literally efficient the bullet is, like how much drag affects it and whatnot. It's got a really good ballistic coefficient. It's got a wide range of grain weight,
Yes,
which is always
super
really
diverse.
nice.
Well, 'cause
Yeah.
it's like a 270, 280 essentially. So
Yeah.
you know, it's got bullets all the way from like 110 grain all the way up to like 150 or something like that. Like, and the 130s and 140s are ridiculously long, like slippery looking bullets. And yeah, from the ballistics charts that we were looking at, it seems like a pretty impressive round.
It looks like one of those like precision rifle cartridges, like the
Yeah.
NRA PPC or whatever they call them.
Like
Like
a 6mm.
it's like a really
PPC or
chunky case, and then it's got a very aggressive,
Right,
super like a 243 WSSM or whatever.
Yeah, those are gnarly rounds.
super tapered neck.
You know who helped them make like the actual like part is Sierra.
Okay,
Nice.
yes, that makes sense.
Helped them with that. So yeah,
That's
they were
awesome.
definitely aiming for the precision hunting,
Oh yeah.
you know, like out west.
I don't know when that's going to
Yeah.
hit the shelves. Obviously, that's going to be such a cluster. I feel like with everything going
Yeah.
on, but
I
that was pretty cool.
I would like to see them make that in an AR platform. That would be pretty, because I am already eyeing a 350 Legend in an AR platform.
What?
I think that would be a really cool like deer gun.
That'd be cool.
Around here it would for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're not
Inside
shooting
of
anything
200
over.
yards.
Does everybody make a 6.5 Creedmoor AR-10?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're out there.
yeah. There's a
GD
couple.
makes them. Arrow
Um,
Precision makes some barrels for them.
Nice.
But yeah, that'd be cool.
That
if
would be cool, though.
if that came out in an
Yeah,
AR
6.8
platform.
Western.
As far as I know, they are going to release it in the Winchester XPR and the A-Bolt.
Yep.
So
Nice.
first to start.
So it's going to be a long action too, right? So it'd probably have to go if they were going to make one. It'd probably have to be like.
I don't know
I
if
don't-
it's.
I-
No,
It looks short.
I think it's a short
Is
action.
it short? I didn't.
Yeah.
See, I don't think I saw a picture of it.
I think that's why it's like chubby. It's sort of-
Yeah, I think it's a short action because Bill was down yesterday. He brought us lunch,
Yeah.
and sorry.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, just, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. I get it. With his chocolate bark or whatever the hell he brought down.
It's vanilla.
That stuff is
peppermint
good.
bark.
This stuff is good. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
You know what? Speaking of him, you know what really sucks? You know what I'm most bummed out about this year?
The Christmas party.
DD
God damn
Entertainment. So for those of you that don't know, we for almost every year we've been open. I think other than 2014. I don't know if we did it 2014. We might. Maybe we did.
I think we did.
We have had commercials on the air. I'm sure a lot of you have heard them. We've had a lot of fun with them throughout the years on the Entercom stations. So what's that? 96.5, 98 PXY, 92.5, I think the B, right?
Yeah.
And there's a couple other ones. There's a sports one in there I can't think of.
ESPN.
Yeah. So primarily though, 96.5. It's a radio station I listen to a lot, and I think a lot of people do. They're like-minded or our demographic or whatever. So we've done radio ads with them, and they do an absolutely insane Christmas party every year. Like
Very prestigious.
that is the closest to like a red carpet event I would say that we get here, like in Rochester. The Entercom studio is this gorgeous building downtown in the what's that? The Browns Race neighborhood, I think. I can't think of what it is over there.
High Falls.
High Falls. Yeah. It's over in the High Falls neighborhood. They'll get one of those like light projectors on the side of the building, and we go like suited up. They'll have like 10 different food vendors. Where like they'll have like Outback Steakhouse there, or like
On
Texas
each floor,
Roadhouse. Yeah,
too.
3
Different food
floor.
on
It's
each
just
floor.
ridiculous. Live music, all you can eat food and drink. Like they have a
So much
potato.
fun.
They have a mashed
Martini.
potato martini bar. Like scoop of potatoes in a martini glass, and we get
Mostly bacon. Mine consists of mostly bacon.
primarily. We got a really cool caricature
Fun,
of the
wasn't
guys.
Dude, that was a great party.
One year,
So much
we try to spread the love. Josh and our ladies have gone several years in a row. I took Tyler and his girlfriend at the time one year. We try to spread it out. This was last year, right? That we
Yeah.
Yep.
went.
Such a fun party.
Super, super fun. That would have already happened, I think. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it already came and went in my memories
In
from
the
last
memories,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were all
That
suited.
we literally like we hold that party down until they like kick us out, and we're just like
So-
there's literally we're like outside the high
Yeah.
walls like smashing.
Let us
bottles.
back in.
Yeah, like, there was one year we stopped this lady. She tried to steal a cardboard cutout of Princess Leia.
We stopped her.
We were
Yeah.
like, hey,
Hey,
it's
you
not
can't do that.
yours.
It was Shannon. Yeah, one of the first years that we went, it was a Star Wars themed party.
Yes.
Like they try to theme them every year.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
one of the newer ones that just come out or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, they had like the 501st Legion there.
Super
I dressed
cool.
up as everything.
Yeah.
I took a picture with Darth Vader choking me. with the force, not with his actual hands, but
Right.
the force.
Right.
And yeah, Shannon tried to walk out of there literally just like this with a cardboard cutout of.
So many people would have let her too. Like
with a cardboard cutout.
it was the
Princess
last
Leia.
minute.
She was
Someone was
like,
like, "Hey."
she was like, yeah, I'm just. All right, guys.
Bill
thanks.
or Bob said I could.
Yeah.
You know Bill or Bill
She
was
said I could have it. Yeah.
Oh man.
She's silly.
I love. So sorry. How this relates. So Bill Stapinski is one of our sales reps on the gun side of things. Winchester, Browning, formerly Nikon, rest in peace. You know all those.
This cracks me
So
up.
Bill Stapinski, great guy. We love him. He'll literally come down here like he'll be bored. I don't know, maybe like if he got in trouble like with his wife or something at home. But like sometimes he'll just come down here and be like, guys, can I like stock your shelves? Like, 'cause he used to work as a gun store as a young man, you know, and he just likes the hustle and bustle. We have a fun store.
He's the best.
And so he'll be at that party because his brother, Jimmy, who's exactly the same, just a pair of ball busters and just so much fun.
Both awesome guys, yeah.
He works for Entercom and he is our sales. He still is, right? I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's our sales rep. So the first year Jimmy was our sales rep because we went through a couple different ones and they finally gave us him. And he goes, "Oh, hey, Josh, Brandon, like, you gotta come over here to my desk." He's got like, you know, it's like a bullpen. He doesn't have his office. He's got a little, you know, cubicle area. And we go over there, and he had a pony keg like under his desk from Genesee.
Space Kitty. I think.
Yeah, or I don't know where it was from, but yeah,
I think it was Roebuck.
yeah. It's funny, but yeah, he's got a little pony keg down there, and he's like, it's a place with like it's all you can drink. Like they've got tons of other options for free, but he's like, I like this. Yeah, super fun, super fun.
It's a
Such
great
cool
party.
yeah.
And some of you guys may have been to it.
We've run into people almost every year that know us because either, you know, someone else who does business with Entercom, you know, usually it's other business owners that we know. But yeah, yep.
Great party, and we missed it.
Yeah, yeah. Damn it.
Stupid COVID.
Seriously.
COVID's just screwing up everything.
What else we got? We're running pretty late here, but we got time for a few more maybe.
Let's see. Michael asks BCG coding.
We're not live on Facebook anymore. Oh,
Well,
well.
it might be
Keep going.
That probably it's too
I've
bad.
been dead no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Says it ended. So let's wrap it up, I guess, on YouTube. We're still live on YouTube. So Facebook's dead. We'll do one more on YouTube, I guess, and we'll call it.
Okay, so coatings on BCGs, right? I would say honestly, the classic phosphate coating is one of the best ones. And the reason I like phosphate is because whenever you do some kind of nickel boron or a nitride or anything like that, you're actually changing the external dimensions of the bolt carrier group to some layer because you're adding extra layers of the finish over top of the bare metal. And so now the bolt carrier group is not the same dimensionally as it was before it was coated. And some manufacturers obviously do a better job preparing the metal surfaces before those things get coated than others. And as a result, some of the finishes last a long time and some of the finishes don't. I don't want to single any manufacturers out in case, you know, they have fixed some of these products, but I know that there are some companies that start with initials like Foxtrot Zulu that in fact Foxtrot a whole lot. So you guys caught that, right?
Yeah.
So there's companies out there, guys, that
That's a good one.
right?
That's good.
There's companies out there that put some of these like nickel boron coatings and stuff on like that, and they start to slough off your bolt almost immediately, and it causes a lot of issues with cycling. And again, I would encourage you guys to get over to the SOTAR page and look at, you know, some of the examples of different stuff that they show on there in terms of the coatings and the finishes. And also Sons of Liberty Gunworks, guys, they put out a ton of free informational content. And Mike Michalski, who Josh and I both really like and have had, you know, multiple interactions with the two of us.
And you met him too at the rally.
Yes, Sons of Liberty.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Mike Michalski, super great guy, and he can tell you a lot more about this stuff. Fellow Sonoran Desert Institute guy. I'm not sure if you guys know that. So I am a Sonoran Desert Institute graduate. I got my firearms technology degree from them. Mike Mahalski also is a is a Sonoran Desert Institute graduate, and he is super knowledgeable about all of those different coatings and the hows and whys, because he works with the actual metal. I work with gun parts, guys. I don't make gun parts, right? So I'm not involved with the processes and stuff like that. So I would encourage you to get with those people who are and get their thoughts on that, because they know a lot more than what I do.
Sorry, I was just letting Cindy, we were just talking over there. Cindy Phillips, she is a longtime viewer, supporter. She blows us up all the time. She's only got super positive things to say.
Yeah. We know Cindy.
I think she normally watches on Facebook, so she doesn't see any of this right now. But I just posted. She's the winner of the ammo and the sticker and the calendar.
Yes, absolutely.
So come on down. I'll try to message her privately, but I posted it in the stream.
Nice.
Whatever.
Good.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Cindy, thank you so much for
Phillips,
all.
did you say?
Yeah,
Phillips,
Cindy Phillips.
Super nice lady. Awesome. Good stuff.
Sweet.
Couldn't have asked for a better winner.
You folks here on YouTube are getting a little bit more show than everybody else. Unfortunately, the stream just conked out.
Still not going to show you my ankles, though. Still not going to do that.
Oh man. Yeah, so weird.
I don't know why that happened.
A couple people come over from Facebook when the stream just like cut out, like it was just gone.
And they just bounced up to
it seemed
YouTube.
like
All
it
right.
didn't stop. So,
Huh.
um,
Oh, dude, I bet it was the fucking NFA.
Zuckerberg,
Yeah. Started talking about why we don't.
probably.
Oh, you guys don't like top-down government? Well, watch this.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, hey, we got anything else, Brian?
Nope.
Cool. You guys got anything else?
Nothing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As Brandon indicated, this is going to be the last one for a couple of weeks. So have a happy and a healthy and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks with more great content for you.
I'll
Awesome.
be touching with you.
Ending stream. Bought me forever.